y'all, it's Deja, aka Sunny D, with another Motivational Monday. I'm not feeling great at all. Like, my nausea has gotten so much worse today. And I don't understand why my nausea keeps coming back like this. I'm not pregnant. Let me just say that right off the bat, because I already know if my mom sees this video, it's the first thing she's gonna ask. I'm not pregnant. In today's Motivational Monday, I wanted to talk about goals and goal setting. So me and a few of my friends on Snapchat, we were having a conversation about 75 hard. So basically we're all doing 75 hard. One is doing like the actual 75 hard, and then my other friend and me were doing like altered versions of 75 hard. And I just want to talk about like goal setting and making goals personal to you, not necessarily a goal that you like the sound of, but was set up by someone else. The creator's ultimate goal for 75 hard, I understand that it was to essentially get you disciplined enough to where you don't even have to think twice about doing the things that you absolutely have to do. You don't think twice about whether you're going to do them or not. You just go ahead and get them done because you know you got to do them. Okay, so 75 hard, in a general sense, it's basically a way for you to jumpstart your discipline and get disciplined very quickly in order to reach your health and fitness goals. 75 hard version, which is to follow a diet, work out twice a day for at least 45 minutes, drink 4 liters of water per day, read 10 pages of a non-fiction book a day, Doesn't necessarily have to be a book. Take a 5-minute cold shower, take progress photos every day, perform other unrelated tasks like a random act of kindness, or talk to someone in person daily. Basically you're completing each task on that list every day for 75 days. 75 hard, it's not necessarily a fitness program or a weight loss program. It's basically just something to get you disciplined. The way it's set up now, yes, it is primarily based on fitness and health and getting you disciplined enough to reach your health goals and kickstart you getting that discipline in. In a general sense, I view 75 hard as something that can be applied to any area of your life. The way I'm doing 75 hard is instead of basing it on like fitness and like physical fitness, I'm basing it more on my nutrition because that's what I really need to work on. And although at the current moment I don't have much of an appetite, so I'm not really eating much of anything nowadays, starting to draft up and set up how I want to do my 75 hard so that once my appetite returns, then I could just jump right into it. I don't even have to think twice about it. A good way to like jumpstart your discipline and force you into getting that discipline in. So that is a great premise. That is a great way to think about it. That's a great goal on paper for me as a person. Realistically, it's not going to work for me because I'm the type of person that I'll say like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do 75 hard and I'll do it for 2 days and then never do it again, because that is way too much change for me all at once. And that's not something that I'm trying to focus on at the moment. I'm trying to focus on more of my own nutrition. I have 3 main goals that I'm gonna follow on a daily basis, which is to follow a diet, drink X amount of water per day. On here it says 4 liters, but I've like broken it down so that it's enough for my body weight and for me as a person. And then also read 10 pages. Those are my 3 main goals. I'm just sticking to 3 main goals because it's not that huge of a change, but it is a change and it's still challenging to me as a person. Diet wise, I don't have a terrible diet, but I haven't been as on top of my nutrition as I should be. That doesn't mean that I've been eating a bunch of trash, but I just haven't been focusing on getting the proper macros and nutrients like I usually do. Diet wise, I'm only gonna allow myself to eat 1 to 2 animal products per day, because I kind of feel like that's where a lot of my nausea is coming from, because just thinking about certain foods makes me nauseous, and those certain foods, all of them are animal products. ideally I would eat no animal products or animal byproducts in my diet on a daily basis, but I'm being realistic with myself. I have a bunch of meat and not a lot of dairy, but like I have some dairy stuff in there, and I have meats in my fridge and foods that have animal byproducts in them and animal products. So I'm being realistic so that I'm not wasting food, because I can't really afford to waste food, and also I don't feel guilty for not eating what I already have. And I'm not even focusing on the workout aspect of it. I'm just going to continue doing like my daily stretches so that I can strengthen my hip, get my body back at a state where I can comfortably work out like I normally would, and do the workouts that I enjoy doing, which are like HIIT and running and taking long walks. Well, I also want to add, with the 75 hard, I'm not instantly thinking, oh, I'm going to do 75 hard. I'm breaking it down more into increments and saying, okay, I'm going to start with doing 7 hard. So I'll do it for 7 days. And then once I get to day 7, I'll be like, okay, let's do another 7 days. And then I'll just increase from there and there. All that to say, when it comes to goal setting, although when you hear others' goals and you hear goals of like programs and stuff, although it sounds good on paper, you have to think about it in a realistic manner to you as a person. Yes, it could work. People could cut and paste and it could work perfectly for a majority of people. But you have to think of you as an individual. And this even goes for the majority of people that it would typically work for. Whatever goal you're trying to set for yourself, be realistic with yourself. Because although following others' programs and others' way of doing things may work for a majority of people, and it may work for the person that set it up, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And I've had to learn that the hard way. I'm a softie. I get discouraged very easily. So me trying to change 7 things for 75 days straight isn't going to work for me. So I'm doing 75 hard in a way that I believe would be easier for me to even get to the point of completion. And that's what I want to say to you guys. Do not take on someone else's goals, even if it's a goal that you do want to reach. You can take on said goal, but don't take on their way of getting to said goal. Plan it out yourself. Yes, you could pay someone to help you come up with a plan, but essentially, you know yourself the best and you know how you act majority of the time. Could just ask a friend that knows you very well and calls you out on stuff that you typically don't even realize that you're doing. And if they're willing to help you, you guys can plan it out together, because they can give you insight into stuff that you do in your behaviors that you're not even aware of, so that you don't reach that roadblock and you don't reach that point, that certain point where it's like, oh, I've done this for so long and I'm getting so tired of it. Can I just take a break? If you're constantly taking breaks, you're never going to reach your goal. And that's another thing that I've had to learn the hard way, because it's something that I really wanted to talk about, and also encourage others to do for themselves instead of just doing what someone else tells you to do to reach a certain goal. Because although it worked for them, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Then note, if you like this video, please like this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell notification right next to the subscribe button. And if you want to see more videos about cooking/baking, as well as my health and fitness journey, make sure you subscribe as well. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.